So one of the first things you should do is mark your band. I said to mark the midpoint of the band. I've got a 56-inch band here and I've laid it out on the floor with some measuring tape. So the midway point is 28 inches, so I've marked that. Then 12 inches away is 40. 12 inches from that is 52. Go in the other direction, 16 inches, and then 4 inches. Those little notches will enable me to make sure I'm always on the midpoint of the band or having equal resistance on both sides when I'm doing the pull-ups or for any other exercise for that matter. You always want to make sure that when you're using resistance bands, you've got equal tension on both arms. Otherwise you're going to have a bit of an imbalance, and that's not only not healthy but could potentially be dangerous if the band slips or something like that. So make sure you mark it as I've talked about. Let's go on over and do a pull-up now. As I said, to simulate a pull-up, all you need is the band, the washcloth, and a door. That's really all there is. It's pretty simple. I've already got my band marked. You can see the little midway point right there. So just open the door about halfway, put the washcloth over the top hinge, and you do that just to protect the band because the band is soft and it could get cut or scratched on the door hinge, which is metal. You take your band, you take that midway point, you loop it over, find that middle point, put it right on the washcloth, and you're ready to start. Now that we have the band looped over the door hinge, we're ready to get started. The most important thing here is you want to keep your back as flat as possible. You don't want to be rounding like this and trying to pull. You want to be pulling with a straight spine. So no matter what kind of pull-up motion you're doing, you could really recreate it with this system. It's pretty darn simple. If it's a wide grip, just keep your hands out wide to the side. You can kind of see mine. If it's a pull-up, bring them in, do it here. If it's a reverse grip, you can do it right here. The goal is to always keep the tension of the bands in line with your spine. So think about leaning over and keeping that back flat. So for a wide grip, you're just pulling right like this. For a chin-up, pulling down here. Reverse grip right here, you can really do anything. Even some of the crazy corn cob ones you can pull out, come to the side, and back up. And if you need more tension, just sit right on the floor. And all the way down here, keep that back flat. And you can recreate any of these motions. Reverse grip. They all work great. And ultimately you want to get all the way down to where you're right sitting just on the floor. Easy does it.